the focus on women being the upholders of like beauty and chastity and virginity as being some sort of a metric for how important they are, I think that has to be done away with. Absolutely. Hi guys, this is Huma Qureshi and you're watching Tweak India. I think as women, we're just used to people like thinking that we can't do something, or maybe that's not our place to do something. So that happens all the time. Even when I wanted to become an actor, I think, because I came from a very simple middle class home in Delhi, just the fact to admit it even to myself that this is what I wanted to do was like a big decision. And I think from the time the thought came into my head till the time I could verbalize it was a super long journey for me. So I completely relate with Rani Bharti because somehow people think politics is not a woman's place, you know, even today. And therefore we see such few women in policy, in government, in decision making, which is quite unfortunate. I'm glad that the season 1 of Maharani was so well appreciated, so loved, because I really think we need to change that mindset. Don't listen to them. Number 1. Don't believe it. Don't let them put you down. Don't let them feel like you can't ask questions. I think that's really important. I think for me, what I also learned from Rani Bharti, you know, like sometimes as women and as human beings, we don't have answers to everything. We don't know something. It could be like a new job or a new assignment or whatever, and you maybe don't have all the information. But often I've seen a lot of women just hold back and not ask when in doubt. And I feel that's such a wrong thing to do. Because what will happen? People will just look at you and be like, oh, you don't even know this. And maybe it'll feel bad like for like a second. But then after that, you will remain ignorant. The idea is, if you've got to wisen up, ask the question, demand an answer, and don't care about what they think or how they respond or react to it. Because it's not about them, it's about you building your own skill set. It's about you building your own knowledge pool, and that is the most important thing. I think aging is scary for most people, women and men, because I guess we have a culture where youth is supposed to be, I don't know, the most important thing, youth and energy, and experience and wisdom are sort of not so important or not so cool or not so Instagram cool at least. But I think the idea is that when I did Rani Bharti, I mean, to be honest, like I had a lot of doubts. There's a dialogue in season 1 where we sort of reveal her age, which is 27, which is not that old, but she has 3 kids and she's obviously married and she, you know, is like a woman in the truest sense, because in villages, women do get married at a much younger age and they do have a largish family. So was I concerned? Absolutely, because, you know, I'm not immune to the ageism that exists in not just our industry, but the world at large. But then when I read the script and I resonated with the character, I thought here's an opportunity for me as an actor to play a character. Forget the age and the number of kids and all of that, but who's actually doing something, who's actually like a leader in the truest sense. And these kind of characters come very rarely because you don't have so many well-written female characters. So I would be a fool to let this opportunity pass. What can we do to sort of reverse this or stop people thinking like this? I guess keep having this conversation, keep having this dialogue.
आपको लगा कि जो मर्जी करेंगे मतलब हाथ लगा लेंगे ऐसे हमको?
I think all women are special. I've never met a woman who's not strong, no matter which strata she's come from. I think what makes Rani Bharti specifically really special is that she's a feminist without even knowing the word feminist. You know, she's a strong woman, she makes her choices, she asks her questions, she runs a household. And there's a beautiful line in season 1 where she says, जो औरत घर चला सकती है वो राज्य भी चला सकती है और देश भी चला सकती है, which means a woman who can run a household, as complicated as that could be, can run a state and can run the nation.
हमसे 50 लीटर दूध धुआ लो, 500 गोबर का गोईठा बना लो, पर एक दिन में इतना फाइल पे अंगूठा लगाना ना हमसे नहीं हो पाएगा.
We've had many women leaders who have been genuine leaders and they've not just come into power because of some accident, but we often like to explain away that, oh, a woman's importance is because of A, B, C, D reason and her rise to success is because of whatever other reason but her own competence. And I think playing characters like Rani Bharti gives me also, I know, more understanding of myself and sometimes my own biases and ways in which I could have stopped my own growth and my own journey. Rani Bharti says कि
परंपरा बनता ही है एक दिन टूटने के लिए और हम तो बदनाम हैं उसको तोड़ने के लिए.
And it's kind of surprising it comes from a woman who's such a traditionalist in terms of how she looks and how she dresses and what she believes in. But I feel some traditions, if they're regressive, then they have to be done away with. So I don't know if they're traditions, that's it, but definitely a lot of mindsets have to change. I feel like we have to stop telling young girls professions that they can aspire to take We have to stop telling them that they have to earn lesser than the guy in their lives. We have to stop telling them that they have to dress a certain way because good girls don't dress a certain way. Because these are just really not cool thoughts. The focus on women being the upholders of like beauty and chastity and virginity as being some sort of a metric for how important they are, I think that has to be done away with. Absolutely. Whenever I've taken like a risk, it's always rewarded me. So I don't know why I'm averse to taking risks. I think as human beings, the first instinct is to protect yourself from any harm. So I guess we all do that and we try and play it safe and with numbers. But whenever I've gone off and done something different, it's always rewarded me. Whether it was the choice to move from Delhi to Bombay to become an actor, big risk, no safety net, didn't know a single person in the city, had no money, nothing. Huge benefits, I would say. Doing a show like Leila back in the day, which I thought was a big risk when nobody was doing OTT. I was the first woman to headline a show in India. Today, when I see so many women leading shows, films on OTT and film, I feel like it's so cool because I was the first one to do that. And people are telling me, oh, don't do OTT, it's not cool. People are going to think you don't have a job in films, that's why you're doing this. So people have all sorts of theories. I think whenever I've taken risks in life, it's always propelled me into another quantum, into a quantum leap of sorts. So yeah, I'm up for risks. Be yourself, own your power, and don't let, the risk has to be yours. The risk also can't be somebody else's. It has to come from within. You have to know what you want to do and why you want to do it. But you have to remain true to yourself. Don't try and become somebody or be like somebody, or just don't be like a rebel without a cause. But do something because it really, that's your reality and that's what you really need to do and express. Try not to have too many because there will always be disappointment. Whenever you're expecting, it's always the other people or society or the industries involved. I try not to have too many expectations. And the current phase I'm in my life, I'm just trying to do some really good work that speaks to me and try not to worry too much about the success or the failure ratio of it, because that honestly is not in my control. And what is not in my control, including other people's opinions, is not really my problem. Hi guys, this is Huma Qureshi and thanks for watching Tweak India.